Okay, in this video, we're going to look at calculating normal distribution probabilities using the TI-83 or 84 calculator. So let's look at this question. SAT scores are normally distributed with a mean score of 1518 and a standard deviation of 325. If one SAT score is randomly selected, what is the probability it is A, less than 1500, B, greater than 1650, and C, between 1400 and 1550. So let's look at the first one. We want to know the probability it is less than 1500. Just note here, we have a mean score of 1518, and we have a standard deviation of 325. So to find this on the calculator, to find this probability that the score we select is less than 1500, we go to second and vase, and you see all of these distributions come up because second vase is distribution. We scroll down to normal CDF. That's the cumulative distribution function for normal. So we don't use PDF, we use CDF. And we enter. And what we're going to put in here is a lower and upper limit for what we want. We want less than 1500. So we have to put a low number. We're not giving a low number. So I'm going to put 0 because that's way less than 1500. And then comma, so you always put comma, and then I'll put 1500. So that's my lower and upper limit. Then I put comma, and then you put the mean and the standard deviation. Well, the mean is 1518, and the standard deviation is 325. Then we close it, and then we hit enter. And so the probability that the randomly selected score is less than 1500 is 0.4779. So it's kind of expecting, you could expect that because 1518 is the mean. So if we're looking at 1500 or below, it's going to be less than 50%. In this case, it's 47, 48%. Now, if we want to know the probability that the score we select is greater than 1650, what we have to do is we have to go to second distribution again. But sometimes in the calculator, you can bring up the last thing by going second, enter. And that brings up what I just did. And I'm going to change a few things here. Instead of going from 0 to 1500, I want to go from 1650 up, greater than 1650. So I put 1650, comma, and then put a real upper limit. So SAT scores can go quite high, but if I want to guarantee that I get all of my probabilities, I'm going to put like 10,000. And then comma, your mean, 1518, and comma, standard deviation of 325, and close the parentheses. So I'm looking from 1650 to 10,000, mean of 1518, standard deviation of 325. Click enter, and we get 0.34. So 0.3423. So the probability that that randomly selected score is greater than 1650 is 0.3423. Well, 34% chance that that score is higher than 1650. Okay. Finally, the last question asks us, what's the probability that that randomly selected score is between 1400 and 1550? So, bring up the normal distribution, normal CDF, by going, I'm going to redo this just so we see. Second, vase, that's distribution. Scroll down to normal CDF. Then putting the two numbers, so the lower limit and upper limit are given in this one, so I can actually put them in. 1400, comma, 1550, comma, the mean is 1518, comma, 325, standard deviation, close, parentheses, enter. And so I get 18%, 0.1809 probability that my score is in between 1400 and 1550. So you can see that using the calculator to calculate these probabilities is quite easy. And don't have to worry about Z schools and so on.